I cannot believe we've got Ralph Wiggum scoring touchdowns before we got GTA 6.
He's not in danger. He's in the end zone. Yay!
What you're seeing right here is a real football game but overlaid with a Simpsons makeover, and it's the most surreal thing I've ever seen. We got Mo tackling players like an absolute beast, Lisa Simpson speeding past everyone and scoring a win, and Maggie Simpson soaring around in a camera drone. It's absolutely insane. The Simpsons Funday Football aired as a live special event on Disney Plus on Monday, and it ran alongside the actual football game on ESPN. It's totally bizarre, but wildly entertaining. I need to talk about it.
Let's do all the football junk. Punt, pass, kick, crush, etc. Let's go!
As a Brit, I know next to nothing about American football, but I do know The Simpsons, so let's break this down and find out how they achieved this. But before we continue, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, War Thunder. It's an epic, high-action, free-to-play multiplayer game where tanks, planes, and ships from the mid-20th century up until now do get out in epic battles. My husband James has been playing this game for ages now. War Thunder lets you fight your way, crush the enemy in a tank, soar through the skies in dogfights, or provide air support in a chopper. You can use guided missiles, drones, thermal vision, and you can even call a nuclear strike. War Thunder ditches boring health bars for a cool damage system. The physics are spot on and the sound pulls you right into the action. The graphics are incredible, and now with the latest Firebirds update, the game supports ray tracing, which provides super realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections, making battles feel even more immersive. Plus, you can now fly the F-117 stealth aircraft. Download War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using the link in my description. All new players and those who haven't played War Thunder for half a year or more will receive some special bonuses, like a special decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and even more gifts. And if that wasn't enough, you can now enjoy War Thunder Mobile as well. Download and immerse yourself in epic battles for free on iOS or Android using the link in my description. So, the event kicks off with a CGI Ralph Wiggum introducing the title cards, followed by an original 2D animated scene. Here, Homer challenges Bart to a football game, his friends versus Bart's friends. And what starts as a pretty friendly backyard game with the kids absolutely annihilating the adults, it quickly ends when an exhausted Homer gives up, grabs a plate of hot dogs, collapses on the sofa, and falls into a food fever dream.
Must stay awake and not have a elaborate dream where Bart and I are in the NFL somehow.
From here, we dive into the Springfield Atom Stadium, where Bart is leading the Cincinnati Bengals and Homer is leading the Dallas Cowboys. We then hear Drew Carter provide play-by-play commentary joined by ESPN analysis, Mina Kimes, and Dan Orlovsky, all animated in full Simpsons 3D glory.
It really is in real time, so like when I throw up my arm, I guess my character throws up. Yep.
As someone who doesn't watch football and so has no idea who these people are, I have to say that their commentary is legit brilliant. I mean, they have to be huge Simpsons fans with all the references they're throwing out here.
This is what it feels like when doves cry, Millhouse!
The stands are also packed with Springfieldians. There's Marge, Grandpa, Chief Wiggum, and even Sideshow Bob. And if you're wondering where the hell Maggie is, she's up there, flying in the Skycam. We also have Lisa Simpson in the locker room giving the Bengals a fiery motivational speech.
Now go get 'em!
Mo is also delivering his own pep talk to the Cowboys.
I want yous toilet tanks of talent to approach this game like you're me fighting a pigeon for a french fry.
When the game starts, Bart and Homer take to the field for the coin toss, and Bart wins. And so the game begins.
Why, you little... I'll teach you to randomly guess correctly!
So, what you're watching is essentially the actual game airing on ESPN, but with CGI motion tracking the real-life players. I just love the Simpsons makeover, with Moe's Tavern on the side and the skate park on the other, which just gave me horrible flashbacks to that Simpsons skateboarding game. Did anyone else play that game growing up? Also, Kang and Kodos regularly soar across the field in their saucer to use their tractor beam to pick up and drop the ball. Another cool detail is how itchy and scratchy are the marker points. The people behind this really went out of their way to add in as many characters and references as possible. It's awesome. And during the breaks, we're treated to pre-made CGI interludes, which include classic gags from the show, like Sideshow Bob stepping on rakes and Krusty the Clown riding a tiny bicycle. There's loads of moments like these, like Mo answering prank calls.
Anybody know a benchwarmer? Benchwarmer. Oh, that's a good one.
And Bart speaking through a long line of megaphones, which is of course a reference to the episode The Secret War of Lisa Simpson. There's also cutaways with interviews with the characters, and these are also packed with references.
That sounds like Homer. Now, we know it's his dream to own the Dallas Cowboys, but did you ever think he would play for them?
And if you're like me and new to American football, Professor Frink even comes in to occasionally pop up to explain the game, like what a running back does. Honestly, I had no idea up until now, so genuinely, thanks Frink. So the game itself is a mix of actual NFL gameplay and pure Simpsons chaos. Ralph scores a touchdown, which causes a Krusty celebration animation to pop up, and you have Milhouse fumbling the ball, which is so in keeping with Milhouse. And I couldn't stop laughing at this close-up of Lisa's facecam moment when she's running for a touchdown. It's batshit crazy, and I can't believe it's an actual thing. This special was made possible by cutting-edge technology, like NFL's next-gen stats, Sony's Beyond Sports, and Hawkeye optical tracking to blend animation with live football. This technology made it possible to combine two data sources and quickly analyze them, validate them, enhance them, and then translate them to a 3D environment in real time. It's amazing. Now, let's talk about the animation. While the technology is undeniably incredibly impressive, I won't lie, the CGI is a little unsettling. The characters' eyes do look unnervingly dead, especially when they're front-facing. Which I guess isn't new because some screen grabs of The Simpsons front-facing is pretty scary. And right here, it's that weird middle ground where Simpsons designs almost work in 3D, but not quite. There's that uncanny vibe to them, which I guess just adds to how hilarious this event was. The CGI designs here reminded me a lot of Simpsons Hit and Run, and yes, I am still planning on doing a playthrough of that very, very soon. However, this isn't Disney Plus's first foray into this kind of thing, because they did something very similar with Toy Story in 2023. And I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes an annual tradition with different Disney-owned franchises. Personally, I'd love to see a Disney Princesses one, or a Family Guy version, though I highly doubt they'll ever do it. I mean, can you imagine Herbert the Pervert being Ref or something?
I'm 60 yards away!
Maybe that show is a bit too edgy for this family-friendly event, but I don't know. What movie franchise or TV show would you like to see playing football next? As the game wraps up, the models are swapped entirely for Homer and Bart duking it out on the field, with Bart's team coming out victorious. We then cut back to the 2D world where Homer wakes up from his dream only to realise that he's part of someone else's dream. Specifically, this ball guy who is an anchor from SportsCenter. When I first heard about this, I thought it was incredibly random, like, why use The Simpsons for something like this? But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. The Simpsons is the perfect multi-generational show. Both parents and kids know and love the characters, therefore making it a fun gateway into the NFL for families who might otherwise not really watch football. I think if anything, this event also made me realise just how darn well these characters lend themselves to gaming, which is perhaps why they made so many games. And with Simpsons Tapped Out officially ending at the end of January, does that leave a gap in the market for a fresh new Simpsons game? Maybe a sport-themed one could be next. I know they've done wrestling and skateboarding, but maybe something a bit more like basketball, football, or tennis. It could work. But what did you think of this? Let me know in the comments. Also, thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. I just appreciate you so much. If you'd be interested in supporting the channel whilst getting early access to ad-free videos across Lydia Loves Timelines and The Simpsons Theory, then click the link in my description.